They are on the precipice.
NS और S2G का गेम थोड़ा खराब जाए. आखिरी मैच पॉइंट चाहिए रहेंगे.
Around the corner now, drops a nade out. Lots of damage pouring on out from the end of that SK-12, and it is just too much for them. Maybe the nerves are getting to them, and he's charging down the stairs.
चाहिए लास्ट मैच में पॉइंट चाहिए. 5 पॉइंट तो चाहिए.
A final nail to slam it into the
5-6 पॉइंट चाहिए.
For TT Project, give an opening for the teams behind them, but he turns tail up the stairs, and Neos lives on. Neos does a great job.
Almost निकल गए तेरे फाइट.
Really did come out swinging.
उस फाइट की नीड नहीं थी. अरे वाइटैलिटी देखो ना टॉप पे बैठे ब्रो. वो तो छेड़ेंगे ना फाइट. वो तो छेड़ेंगे ना ब्रो फाइट. उनको थोड़ी अभी जोन का प्रायोरिटी ऐसा कुछ लेना है. उनको बस मार के खेलना है. इसमें गलती नहीं है गॉड लाइक की ब्रो. उसमें क्या
shots though. Very good shots.
निकल गई थी फाइट. जीत जाते तो तुम ओपी करते.
XZY down, as is Sky. But Hyunbin taking a fair bit of damage from off angles, forced to drop a smoke here. No fear, moving forwards already.
Almost निकल गए तेरे. 100 मैंने मारा था.
Going for the crouch.
Genuine 1 HP बचा था बंदा.
Finally gets shut down on his
Genuine
approach.
1 HP बचा था.
It was so close to going pear-shaped there, but he kept his nerve. And now Horror with the one player alive, Nongshim Red Force. Looking to keep themselves under control. Tizzy wants the reses. But Sleepy's out in the blue zone. A fair distance away from this fight. No real chance to get these confirms, to get these flushes, and most likely to get his teammates back. Not to mention, Nongshim Red Force know exactly where this guy is.
Yeah, they're good to go. I mean, Sleepy's not making his way in anytime soon, so easy on the side of Nongshim Red Force. Should be able to pick him back up again, but it's a case of moving across this road.
अरे यार तुम लोग एक मैच. अरे भाई तुम लोग का क्या माइंडसेट
coming through from them. Carrillo leading that charge on side.
इंडियन ऑडियंस यार पब्लिक डेंजर है भाई.
So easy.
अरे यार क्या बात कर रहे हो यार.
Where do both these teams go?
स्विच कर देते हो रे पर्सनालिटी तुम लोग की. बाप रे बाप.
That's dangerous.
क्या बोलूं यार.
Or do so at your peril. Ida with a nice central position to try and protect the area, but not only that, their 5th place bubble position in the direct qualification spots. They can leverage a lot of influence over this part of the zone on the western side. And Tiamba, as we highlighted earlier, on that east edge, looking to do the same and get out of 14th
last match के लिए प्रे करो बल्कि हो जाएगा. टेंशन मत लो. बाकी ये जो नेगेटिव लिख रहे हैं इनको बैन दे यार.
Well, the only PEL team
जो ये ज्ञान देते हैं नेगेटिव लिखते हैं उनको बैन दे दो भाई चैट में. पॉजिटिव माहौल रखो.
Sad to see it happen, but again, tough. Very tough right now. They still have a little ways to go. Shots raining round.
होरा मर गए W न्यूज़ अपने लिए.
The arena as we hit the 17.
और एक ऊपर वाली टीम मर गई अपने से.
Circle heads over towards the northeast side.
S2G
once again. I mean, these boys, they're good at Miramar. And they're also good at qualifying last minute on Miramar too. They currently hold both sides.
NS को जोन में आने के लिए लड़ना है. NS मर जाएगी तो बहुत अच्छी बात हो जाएगी.
But they also have a lot of vision. They've got a lot of range in this area. Yes, it is greedy, but until they start seeing teams trying to push over towards these points, understanding that the north side is most likely the clearest area of the map, depending on the playing path, they should be okay. Remember, they swung in from El Azhar.
S2G का तो अच्छा गेम जाएगा. ईडा का भी अच्छा जाएगा.
Long road indeed. Hustler Clue finding one from 721 GS.
NS मर गए तो अपन हो गया safe spot में.
Meantime, Vitality are behind them in the queue. They did lose Federalis earlier, obviously.
NS मर गए तो अपन safe spot में.
Already, fine. You'll take that. That's pretty chill. And around
last match point चाहिए. मैं बोल रहा हूँ last match.
Right now,
5 point तो चाहिए रहेंगे.
Targets for them to try and take on the fight.
NS मर रही.
7. Far from done.
Good news.
The spray down. Not quite connecting underneath there, but spots him trying to get away from the vehicle. It was going up in flames, and Carrillo secures another point for Alpha 7.
मर गया. Last बचा NS का.
Safety, Hyunbin tries to go
last बंदा कहाँ घूम रहा है?
but it's going to be shut down. This is the influence
Center
that I wanted to
वो.
see Ida executing on this western side.
आखिरी बंदा सेंटर चला गया है.
So they should have decent utility, decent supplies on board.
अरे रवि भाई टीम पे भरोसा रखो ना ब्रो. भरोसा रखो ना ब्रो टीम पे. यहाँ तक इस स्टेज पे लेके आए इतना अच्छा गिर रहे हैं. एकदम से प्ले स्टाइल थोड़ी चेंज करेंगे ब्रो. अपनी टीम भी तो गन फाइट में बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट है भाई. तुम लोग बोल रहे हो बैक फुट में खेलो, ऐसा थोड़ी चेंज करते प्ले स्टाइल. वो लोग कॉन्फिडेंट है फाइट्स में तो लेने दो ब्रो. उसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम.
There is that off-angle potential, as you said there, Blank. Needs to hit the heel, though. The nades are going to start to roll on in. Sidestep it at.
NS guy W.
And it goes.
देखो W हो गया ना. EA, EWC और SUG दोनों तीनों जोन में.
So still a really good game for them, and they are totally chill. They are totally fine. In the meantime,
max to max 4th या 5th पे रहेंगे मैच के बाद.
Vinny on a separate fight. As Vitality rock up
last match points निकालने और कुछ भी नहीं.
The other side of his team drops a nade out the window, looks for the flush, looks for the knock, but it's not going to come through. NASA
last match points निकालने हो जाएगा.
On the bubble, opens the door, doesn't step through it though, and Vinny tries again, has still got ammo in the back, and will be able to shut it down. Etch now down on the bubble.
Goodness me.
SUG climbing, yes, they have the zone. Let's see, bhai.
Tiamba, I half expected them to have a lot more influence here. I think they just don't want to lose this compound. They like how they're playing off the back of it.
Tiamba, you're the best team in the world. Get the chicken dinner and get out of that eliminator zone, bhai. Survival stage mein jao.
Make their way up from that south side. Vinny could not help with Vitality. He was.
अब ये जोन मैटर करेगा. ये जोन शिफ्ट है ना, एक आधी टीम को तो बाहर करना पड़ेगा. EA को या तो जो भी SUG या ईडा को. तीनों में से एक टीम के एकदम जोन आने में फटनी चाहिए.
As well as dopeness out on the western side, but he's into the vehicle, trying to make his way through, and it's not going to go well. Milu picks that one up. Tiamba able to eliminate another team, but they have to leave their compound now. They can't commit to staying there any longer. The zone goes to the center.
I'm very curious to see how SUG plays this now, because they have two spots they can work with. They got the gas station on the northern side of the road. That's likely to come out a little bit sooner. But both areas quite difficult to play from actually on this. I think they might.
मार दो यार SUG को. Tiamba. SUG भाग रही.
Yeah. Okay.
Regroup कर.
I think this is good from Tiamba. I like that rollout. It's what I was thinking they needed to try to do to progress. And the fact that S2G didn't have a full hold on it, they read that nicely.
यार चैट में जो हेट दे रहे अपनी टीम को मॉड बैन दे दो ना, सिंपल सी बात है.
I was trying to consider which one you wanted to go on towards, because
हो जाएंगे क्वालीफाई भाई, चिल करो यार.
So they do get an anchor center. This is really nice from S2G actually. Kamikaze just has to live here. I think he has a fairly safe spot to do it. And I think that's a shack towards the center of the circle, so they can play off the back of this ridge side, but they need to support their anchor here in Kamikaze. That's where most of the gunfire needs to be going towards. They know that Tiamba's on their east, so they can keep an eye on that the entire time. But for Tiamba, this is an all-important game. Same goes for S2G though, trying to get towards the finals.
Lufa does manage to get across somehow. The volley of fire not quite potent enough from Ida to take them down. The smokes are dropping as well, and they can get on the road. Hopping in, not going to go for the hill, not going to commit the time to it. Alpha 7 in the meantime, you do still need to step forward too. Getting suppressed by Ida all the while, and again, somehow managed to slither around the sight lines that Ida are laying down.
Yeah, but they're slithering straight back into the blue here. This is not ideal. Now, GS in front of them, vehicles burning.
721 GS पे जा रहे हैं क्या? शैक पे पुश करेंगे 4 बंदे.
Peril in play.
क्या प्ले है? मतलब इतना ओपन से लोग गाड़ी नीचे लेके जाएंगे तो हर जगह से पड़ेगी, गाड़ी फट जाएगी इनकी.
Again against the hillside.
ईडा पे पुश करना चाहिए था लोग. यहाँ पे क्यों आ गए?
Angles. E-Arena playing it very, very safe over towards the northwest. They know that they're realistically just looking for more placements.
A7. Come on, bro, please.
Alongside
two-man निकालो, 2v3.
CMG3. This is a big moment now for Alpha 7. That's a 2-man.
Tony K with a nade in hand, could connect, could do devastating damage to Alpha 7 as Dopeness descends from the hilltops as well. Tiamba are chiming in on the off angle. Nobody has escaped with a bloodshed here. 721 GS will go low, will go down onto just one player. Malik survives it. In the meantime, Alpha 7 were able to get a slice of that warehouse on the northwestern side. Both of them staying alive, and E-Arena will be drawn down to 2 players alive as well. With the placement points guaranteed for Tiamba, they will be out of the danger zone at the end of this game as well.
Great stuff for Tiamba. Honestly, they're being really cautious about it though, right? They're trying not to get too aggressive onto these engagements, try and siphon points where they can. Sadly, it's not been a lot of points at all that they've been able to siphon off. Tiamba only with the 2 eliminations on this game, despite being involved in quite a lot of engagement so far. E-Arena had a tough time. By the time that Alpha 7 moved up,
EA को भी move करना है, ईडा को तो थोड़ा ही move करना है, S2G को अच्छा खासा move करना है, क्योंकि उनका एक ही बंदा zone में है. यार, पब्लिक आप अपन एक ही पॉसिबिलिटी है, अपन बस वो चिकन डिनर है ना, अपन प्रे करो कि टियानबा निकाले, तो क्या ज्यादा लीड नहीं होगी, टियानबा निकालनी चाहिए भाई चिकन, बाकी A7 EA को मार देगी तो बहुत डब्ल्यू हो जाएगा, क्योंकि ज्यादा पॉइंट लेके जाके पाएंगे, ये 0 किल पे, ये 2v2 निकाल लेंगे ना A7,
on this northwestern side, maybe not.
तो ये 2 पॉइंट ही लेके
so
जाएगी.
directly, but I think it would
Eventually
be in their
that will
best
make them
interest
to
if it did
90.
happen that way. Alpha 7 with their back to the zone, guarding out the arena as they launch
90 पे 3 टीम हो जाएगी. ये को मरना जरूरी है. किल नहीं देना चाहिए. 6 पे मर जाएंगे, 2 पॉइंट लेके लोग का एग्जिट हो जाएगा. और यार फट जाता है यार, कर लो. मार दे यार, कर लो चल. ईडा के बंदे मर रहे. That's also good news. Nice. करिलो ने एक मार, अच्छा ट्रेड फायर आ गया. घुसियो 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 भाई, घुसियो भाई, घुसियो भाई, कम ऑन घुसियो भाई.
Sadly in 6th place, but still a good attempt from Alpha 7 on the 2 man
point placement के भी मिलेंगे अगर लोग मर गए तो.
Did a lot of work against the arena, made it hard, but in the end it wasn't quite enough. Tiamba now moving forward from the southeast side. S2G want to challenge, but a nice little roll down. The smokes are starting to bloom. A lot of invested utility here, but the chokehold for S2G is potent, and the spray down connects with Milo on the back line. Loft looking to lay her down too. The nade doesn't quite go the distance from QZ, and it does not connect. So Tiamba playing on his 3, still looking to push over the top of that bubble position on the bottom of the
last
table.
match चाहिए 5-7 points चाहिए. 5 से 7 point last match.
It feels like a
7-8 point तो चाहिए minimum.
Should things start to go a little wrong here for S2G. I do like that S2G gave Kamikaze basically all the bells and whistles as he moved in towards.
ईडा मार दो यार, ईडा तो मार दो कम से कम.
They wanted him to be on a swivel the entire time, 4 nades as well, just in case people rocked up on this shack.
मरी ये, but वो ये placement point लेके गए ना, 3 extra point. 5 पॉइंट लेके गए लोग. 93 पे पहुंच गए लोग. एक 93 हो रहा 90, अपन 90, अब ये दोनों मार के भी तो ऊपर आएंगे. 10 मिनिमम. 7 पॉइंट तो चाहिए, 7 से 10.
Tiamba on this eastern side without having to invest too much into it.
Let's see, man. Let's see what's the possibility. Let's see.
QZ is burning there down behind the tree. I think the healing is already coming through.
बहुत difficult हो गया रे ये तो.
Will be okay for the time being.
Qualification का ये जो पूरा table बना है,
lacking on that front.
बहुत difficult हुआ है.
The nades continue to push forwards. Emre trying to make a break. You can see the smoke dropped out. 721
GS
still a factor here on the north side for Tiamba.
S2G का chicken
just about in nade range, and they're taking damage. There it goes over the front bonnet, just keeping them safe. But there's a follow-up. There is still more pouring on down. That looks good. It's on target. They dash away, dart back in. They are back and forth, and S2G have taken casualties. Emery with a big nade over towards S2G on the center point.
एक को नौकरी चला, एक बंदा नौका already.
Again, this is all about managing things, right? Is why I thought EDA would be a big problem in the near future.
Bro, Tianma get the chicken.
An opportunity opens up here. S2G, they scatter to the wing. They look to try to bolster position alongside Wahamzi G now, but another nade goes in. Solke being very careful, looks to drop the smokes. These are long grenades to head on over, not quite reaching. Rita extremely low, but in his last moments will send a nade in. But the junkyard of vehicles making a nice position to play. Emre is down. Rita's going to try and send some Molotovs over the top. Make it uncomfortable. Make
Lost भी वहीं जा रहा है. Tianma has the information, nice. Bro, come on Tianma.
Sure they find Lost on that.
Come on Tianma. भाई S2G भाई का choke किया S2G ने.
But it's taken them so long. They could have
S2G ने क्या choke किया?
tried to dynamically take that position, sideswipe, and third party S2G on the shack. They can do so now.
Come on Tianma.
As it has unfolded for them, but I feel like they could have done it a little bit earlier. I want more dynamism from them, but they are still doing well here.
I mean, Tiamba, they still got to deal with GS, right? And pushing down there almost might have been a death sentence for them. They've only got a few grenades left. Still nades sending out over towards Rita right now. He might be able to hit the God nade through the window, potentially. He will send it. Lands on top. But yeah, GS is a big problem. I don't think Tiamba had a lot of nades though. They didn't have a lot of ammo either. They've been playing this game quiet.
क्वालिफाइड अरे लास्ट मैच बचा है रुको लास्ट मैच थोड़ी है इसके बाद और एक मैच है ईडा मर के चलो टॉप 3 टीम 7-1 के पहले अगर S2G मरेगी तो और बेटर है कि उनको प्लेसमेंट पॉइंट कम मिलेगा अरे डियान मत मारो ना यार मत मारो ना यार
7-1 GS are making themselves such a nuisance on the flank. Eagle finally
nice
able to do one, find the other
चलो चिकन निकालो 3v2
but there's not a lot of time. The zone is already closing.
2v2 हो गया
I don't think you can commit to this one.
S2G चिकन नहीं चाहिए रे पब्लिक
A raw 2v2.
Basement point भी लेके जाएंगे ना
both of them are. They're both inside.
Come on, boys.
How do you navigate this? Eagle sending in.
ओपन में रिफ्लेक्स पे देना चाह रहा
side here. S2G game ready for the double.
अच्छा नीड
Coming through from A-King. He moves up. That might do the trick. Bounces into the window. It's a little burst on it. Hamzy last left alive.
1v2
has to be immaculate
1v2,
coming through from
1v2.
S2G.
हट गया यार ये तो
Chance. Raking on the back of the tree, gets pushed out wide, and there's the pick. Hamzy now in a 1 versus 1 for S2G to jump up to the top 5. A direct qualification spot is up for grabs. Diamba looking to solidify themselves into the survival stage. It is a high stakes 1v1 blank.
Eagle playing off a tiny little bit of a ridge side here. Gets a little bit of open ground. He's going for the res. Baiting Eagle in. Hamzy G has a tiny angle to work with.
किल के लिए मत जा भाई.
Looking for the finish. Eagle
अब
moves up to the plate with a
Come on, Eagle.
The blue pushes
Come on,
Hamzy
Eagle.
G now, John.
He has to lead. He has to step out wide, but he can't do it. S2G
Nice, Eagle.
fall at the final.